What if a doorway carved into solid rock turned out to be 3 million years old, long before human civilization even existed? And how can a fire in the middle of a desert keep burning for more than 50 years, glowing like a portal to another world? Mysterious glyphs in Australia that resemble Egyptian writing, are they natural, man-made, or something far beyond our understanding? Stay tuned, because the answers may change how we see history forever. Samarkand, in modern-day Uzbekistan, has long been a crossroads of cultures along the Silk Road, home to some of the world's most breathtaking Islamic and Persian architecture. In the early 20th century, several European archaeological expeditions traveled through Central Asia, documenting monuments and artifacts. Among enthusiasts of ancient mysteries, stories have circulated of a photograph supposedly taken in 1903 by a German archaeologist showing a strange circular structure unlike anything else recorded in Samarkand. The description speaks of a bead-like centerpiece surrounded by spirals and markings said to resemble no known script. Some claim the design resembles a portal or gateway, suggesting advanced knowledge or lost technology. However, no verifiable records of this artifact exist. There are no confirmed museum holdings, expedition reports, or academic studies of such an object. The only references appear in modern retellings and online discussions, leading many experts to dismiss the portal door as legend or modern fabrication rather than historical fact. Yet the endurance of this story reflects Samarkand's mystique. The city has been associated with ancient knowledge, legends of hidden chambers, and connections between worlds. In Brisbane Water National Park in Australia, something unusual has attracted attention for decades. Carved into two sandstone walls, each several meters high, are around 300 engravings popularly known as the Gosford Glyphs. These inscriptions resemble Egyptian hieroglyphs, which have puzzled visitors and sparked speculation about their origins. While some enthusiasts claim they show evidence of ancient contact between Egypt and Australia, archaeologists overwhelmingly consider them a modern hoax, most likely created in the early 20th century. The glyphs do not match authentic Egyptian hieroglyphic sequences, and there is no credible evidence of ancient Egyptian presence in Australia. Despite this, the site remains a fascinating example of how modern myths, misinterpretations, and local legends can inspire mystery and debate about our past. Now let me take you to one of the most mysterious locations in the United Kingdom, the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is renowned for its 40,000 interlocking basalt columns, formed by volcanic activity around 50 to 60 million years ago. The causeway is also steeped in myth and legend. Local folklore tells of the giant Finn McCool, who is said to have built the stone pathway across the sea to Scotland. During one exploration, a visitor accidentally filmed what appeared to be a massive wall of rocks opening and closing completely on its own. The footage immediately sparked intense speculation. Some viewers suggested that a giant might have been retreating into the rocks, possibly entering a hibernation cycle for the winter months. While there are no verified modern incidents of the rocks opening or moving as described in those tales, the combination of natural wonder and ancient legend makes the Giant's Causeway one of the most intriguing and iconic landmarks in the British Isles. Deep in the desert at Abu Rawash, just a few kilometers from the legendary pyramids of Giza, lies one of ancient Egypt's least understood monuments, the unfinished pyramid of Djedefre, son of Khufu. Unlike its famous neighbors, much of this pyramid has been dismantled over time, leaving behind exposed stone quarries, shafts, and subterranean structures carved directly into the bedrock. Archaeologists have uncovered some intriguing rock-cut features here, including stairways, tomb shafts, and boat pits, all testifying to the scale of construction. Some passages descend into the earth, partially filled with debris and water, leaving their full extent uncertain. This has fueled speculation. Could there be hidden chambers beneath the site, still sealed away by rubble? Was Abu Rawash meant to serve a larger role than just another pyramid? Mainstream researchers see these features as part of standard pyramid-era construction techniques. Yet the precision of the cuts and the site's proximity to Giza have led others to wonder whether this plateau still conceals secrets. Perhaps even passageways connecting to Egypt's most mysterious ancient monuments. A video has been circulating online that has reignited the ancient alien debate. It shows what appears to be a carved figure, humanoid in form, with unusual proportions and a face obscured by what some interpret as a kind of mask. In its hands, the figure seems to hold an object resembling a container or vault. What makes this particularly intriguing is the claim by some viewers that the carving might represent more than just art, perhaps even a symbolic doorway concealing something behind it. The figure's stance gives the impression of guarding or protecting access to hidden knowledge, though experts caution that this interpretation is speculative. Many archaeologists argue that the carving shown in the video is a modern creation rather than an authentic ancient artifact, by pointing to stylistic and material details that don't match genuine archaeological finds. Even if this example is not truly ancient, it connects to a broader theme. Across cultures and eras, humans have created imagery of mysterious beings and objects that appear advanced for their time. From strange figures in ancient Sumerian tablets to unusual humanoid forms in cave art, such depictions have long fueled speculation about whether our ancestors recorded encounters with something beyond ordinary human experience. Did you like this video? Don't forget to hit the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out, and I promise to bring you more awesome content. In the heart of Turkmenistan's blazing Karakum Desert lies one of the most otherworldly sights on Earth, a massive burning pit known as the Darvaza gas crater, or more famously, the Gateway to Hell. This fiery chasm measures about 70 meters wide and 30 meters deep, and staring into it is like gazing straight into another world. The flames have been burning continuously since 1971, when Soviet geologists accidentally drilled into a natural gas cavern. The ground collapsed, creating the crater. Fearing the spread of methane, they set the gas alight, expecting it to burn off in a matter of weeks. Instead, the fire has raged for over 50 years, turning the site into a glowing landmark visible for miles across the desert. Standing at its edge, you can feel the intense heat radiating upward and hear the constant roar of flames. The surreal glow has fueled legends and earned its ominous nickname, as if this were a place where the boundary between worlds is thin. But the Gateway's future is uncertain. In 2022, Turkmenistan's government announced plans to extinguish the fire and close the site, citing pollution and safety concerns. For now, though, the crater still blazes on, a natural inferno that feels like a portal to another dimension. Let's travel now to the Mediterranean island of Malta, home to some of the most mysterious ancient structures on Earth. The megalithic temples of Malta, built between 3600 and 2500 BCE, represent one of archaeology's greatest puzzles. These massive stone monuments predate Stonehenge, and even the Egyptian pyramids. Yet we have no written records of who built them or how such incredible feats of engineering were accomplished. The stones used in their construction are enormous, some weighing several tons. With only the primitive tools available 5,000 years ago, moving and precisely placing these blocks should have been nearly impossible. While archaeology has uncovered tools, pottery, and figurines connected to the builders, the absence of written records leaves much about their purpose and methods unexplained. According to Maltese legend, the great temples of Gigantesia were built not by ordinary humans but by a giantess named Sansuna, who carried the massive stones on her head while holding her child in her arms. The myths attempt to explain the seemingly impossible aspects of construction, stones so massive and well-placed that they've survived thousands of years of storms and earthquakes. And modern researchers have noted that the temples are not only aligned with astronomical events but also possess unusual acoustic properties, suggesting they may have served ceremonial or even otherworldly purposes. As rivers around the world face dramatic changes due to climate shifts, the Euphrates River, one of the most historically significant waterways in human history, has been receding. This decline has exposed ancient structures and archaeological sites long hidden beneath its banks. In recent years, stories have circulated online claiming that workers conducting excavations near the river reported hearing strange sounds emerging from underground chambers. While no verified archaeological reports confirm these accounts, the descriptions of unsettling noises resembling screams or roars have captured the imagination of many. Because the Euphrates is central to both history and prophecy, these claims have taken on symbolic weight. Some point to the Book of Revelation, which speaks of 4 angels bound at the great river Euphrates, as a possible connection. Others interpret the stories through the lens of ancient Mesopotamian mythology, which is filled with references to beings from the underworld and gateways to other realms. From a scientific standpoint, underground spaces can produce strange acoustic effects, echoes, shifting rock and water movement that mimic eerie sounds. But for those inclined toward mystery, the idea of hidden chambers beneath one of humanity's most sacred rivers continues to fuel speculation. Could these spaces conceal lost technologies, unknown creatures, or even dimensional gateways? In the countryside of northern Italy, archaeologists uncovered a discovery that demonstrates how the past can endure for centuries. During a survey in a vineyard in Negar di Valpolicella, north of Verona, experts revealed a remarkably preserved Roman mosaic, buried beneath layers of soil since antiquity. As the earth was removed, intricate geometric patterns emerged, showcasing the artistic sophistication of ancient Rome. The craftsmanship was striking, with refined colors and designs that had survived for nearly 1,700 years. The mosaic once formed part of a luxurious Roman villa, first identified more than a century ago. Excavations in 1922 revealed parts of the site, but the mosaic itself remained concealed until this recent rediscovery. Its elaborate execution provides valuable insight into the wealth and culture of the Roman elite. The find not only enriches our understanding of Roman artistry but also underscores how much of the ancient world remains buried beneath modern landscapes. For generations, vineyard workers passed over the ground without realizing the villa's floor still lay intact below. Archaeologists and local authorities are now collaborating to preserve and study the mosaic, with plans to make it accessible to the public. This rediscovery stands as a vivid reminder that history often lies just beneath the surface, waiting to be revealed. Deep within abandoned mining tunnels, explorers have sometimes encountered breathtaking sights, flooded stairways and chambers filled with water of an astonishing, vivid blue. In these dark underground spaces, the light refracting through mineral-rich pools creates an atmosphere so surreal it feels otherworldly. The phenomenon is not limited to one location. Around the world, from old copper and gypsum mines to salt mines in Europe, underground lakes have been found with strikingly clear or brilliantly colored water. The hues often result from minerals leaching into the pools and the way light interacts with the subterranean environment. Still, the beauty and mystery of these lakes have inspired more imaginative interpretations. Some have speculated that such hidden waters could be linked to ancient legends of lost civilizations like Atlantis, a culture described by Plato as possessing advanced knowledge far beyond its time. The unusual appearance of these underground pools, pristine despite being in abandoned industrial spaces, has fueled theories that they may be more than natural formations. In a remarkable discovery that has captivated scientists, researchers have uncovered a doorway-like structure embedded within ancient rock formations estimated to be nearly 3 million years old. Found in a remote, undisclosed location, the anomaly has sparked debate. Could it be evidence of a civilization lost to time or something even more extraordinary? First noticed during a routine geological survey, the formation appears as a near-perfect rectangular opening in solid stone. Tests revealed the surrounding rock predates human civilization, raising questions about how such precision could exist naturally. Dr. Michael Henshaw, lead archaeologist on the project, described it as something that challenges our understanding of history, suggesting it may not be a random geological occurrence. Theories are wide-ranging. Some propose it may reflect an advanced civilization far older than recorded history. Others point to possible influences beyond Earth, connecting the structure to ancient Stargate legends. Skeptics counter that it might simply be a rare geological feature or an optical illusion, though its proportions remain difficult to dismiss. A few theorists go further, speculating it could serve as a gateway, drawing comparisons to Peru's Gate of the Gods. Advanced scans are now underway, with early results suggesting a hollow chamber behind the formation. If confirmed, this discovery may prove to be far more than an unusual rock formation. It could open an entirely new chapter in our understanding of the distant past. Hidden within the forests of Tennessee are dramatic geological formations that show how the land can conceal massive secrets just below the surface. Tennessee sits on karst terrain, where limestone bedrock is slowly dissolved by water, creating sinkholes, caves, and underground rivers. Some sinkholes in the state plunge over 100 feet deep, revealing entrances to extensive cave systems that wind for miles beneath the ground. Explorers have documented underground chambers and passageways large enough to hold entire communities, and fueling speculation about whether some cave networks may interconnect across the southeastern United States. What makes Tennessee especially intriguing is its combination of known caves, such as Craighead Caverns with its vast underground lake, or Cumberland Caverns, one of the longest cave systems in the country, alongside less documented sinkholes scattered across rural landscapes. While science explains most of these formations as the product of water erosion, their sheer scale and complexity continue to inspire legends of hidden passageways, secret tunnels, and ancient use of these underground realms. In Amherst, New York, a couple renovating their historic 1917 home made a discovery that linked them directly to America's Prohibition era. For years, local rumors claimed the house once belonged to a bootlegger, but the tales were dismissed as folklore. Until renovation work uncovered a package hidden in the walls containing a bottle of old smuggler Scotch whiskey, a brand that still exists today. Further searching revealed something extraordinary: 66 bottles in total concealed behind walls, beneath floorboards, and within hidden compartments. Some bottles were empty, but many were still intact after nearly a century. The careful concealment showed the ingenuity of bootleggers, who faced serious risks during Prohibition. The stash effectively created a time capsule of American criminal history preserved within a private home. While valuations varied, with some suggesting hundreds of dollars per intact bottle, the true significance lay not in money, but in the vivid glimpse into a time when ordinary Americans resorted to secret stashes, speakeasies, and underground trade just to enjoy a drink. Bali, Indonesia is known for its breathtaking landscapes and vibrant culture, but scattered across the island are unusual landmarks that have puzzled visitors for years. A full-size Boeing 737 aircraft abandoned in unexpected places. One of the most famous sits in a limestone quarry near Jimbaran, not far from the airport and right beside a Dunkin' Donuts. This plane didn't crash, it was deliberately transported to the site, reportedly around 2012 to 2013, with plans to transform it into a restaurant or attraction. The project, however, was never completed, leaving behind a surreal sight: a jetliner marooned in a pit, surrounded by tropical scenery. Bali is home to several other abandoned planes, each with its own peculiar story. Another sits dramatically on a clifftop in South Kuta, overlooking the ocean. A third lies in a field near Karabokan, while reports suggest even more are scattered across the island. These aircraft have become curious tourist attractions, symbols of both ambition and abandonment. Each represents a dream that was never realized, bold ideas stranded in metal and concrete. Their presence raises broader questions about the strange and forgotten projects hidden around the world, waiting to be stumbled upon by curious explorers. The Lycurgus Cup is one of the most extraordinary artifacts of the ancient world. A Roman glass masterpiece from the 4th century CE that challenges our understanding of ancient craftsmanship. At first glance, it looks like a greenish glass goblet. But when illuminated from behind, it transforms into a deep, glowing red. For centuries, this mysterious color shift baffled experts. The effect wasn't fully explained until the 1990s, when researchers used electron microscopy to study its structure. They discovered that the glass contains minute particles of gold and silver, just 50 to 100 nanometers across. These nanoparticles scatter light in such a way that the cup appears green in reflected light but red in transmitted light, a phenomenon we now recognize as a form of nanotechnology. The artistic details are equally stunning. The cup portrays the myth of King Lycurgus, who tried to strike Ambrosia, a follower of Dionysus. She transformed into a vine that ensnared the king, leading to his downfall. The intricate carving captures this myth with remarkable precision. Whether the Romans understood the science or stumbled on it by accident, the Lycurgus Cup represents an astonishing level of technological and artistic sophistication. The Temple of Seti at Abydos, one of the most sacred sites of ancient Egypt, has long fascinated both scholars and alternative researchers. Built during the 13th century BCE, it contains 7 sanctuaries, each dedicated to a different deity, with the entire complex closely associated with Osiris, the god of the afterlife and resurrection. Because Abydos was seen as a place where the boundary between life and death grew thin, it has become the focus of speculation about whether the site served purposes beyond traditional worship. The temple's unique chapels, intricate reliefs, and unusual acoustics have all contributed to theories that it may have been designed for something more profound, perhaps even a kind of gateway to other realms. Fringe interpretations point to carvings that some claim resemble advanced technology, though mainstream Egyptologists explain these as symbolic or as the result of overlapping inscriptions. Still, the association of Abydos with resurrection, passage to the afterlife, and communication with other worlds has kept alive the idea that the temple was more than just a religious monument. From an archaeological standpoint, the Temple of Abydos remains one of the most remarkable achievements of New Kingdom Egypt. From a speculative perspective, it continues to inspire bold theories about ancient knowledge, lost technologies, and even stargates, reflecting humanity's enduring fascination with the possibility that the ancients knew more about the universe than we realize today. As we've journeyed through these incredible discoveries together, one thing becomes crystal clear: our world is far more mysterious and extraordinary than we ever imagined. From ancient doors that shouldn't exist to underground chambers that seem to lead to other dimensions, from artifacts that display impossible technology to caves filled with secrets that challenge everything we know about our past. Which of these discoveries intrigued you the most? Do you think we're looking at evidence of ancient advanced civilizations, or could some of these structures actually be functional portals to other dimensions? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because I read every single one and love hearing your theories. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.